lovely Thermomixers. It is time to learn how to make the perfect whipped cream, because that seems to be a topic that everyone fails a lot, and I included, one of those. So I'm going to give you some good tips on how to get cream to be whipped perfectly and not to get butter every time. Number one, it's all in the cream. So actually, when you use the right cream, you'll get the right result. I use a double cream or thickened cream of minimum 35% fat content. Anything less than that, and you don't even bother, because if you do, you're going to end up with something really watery and something that just doesn't whip up. It needs to have the right fat content. It's very much like butter as well. If you get the right fat content in butter, you get a much creamier result. So just make sure your cream actually has about 35%. Number two, it also needs to have a really good temperature. If it's nice and cool, it whips better. Warm cream doesn't tend to whip really well, so make sure it comes straight out of the fridge. And let me show you what I do to whip it up. To whip up your cream, first you need to make sure you actually lock your butterfly. This is what you're going to need to actually whip up cream properly. You can see here I've got the blade in my hand, and basically whether it's a TM5, TM31 or TM6, on the little opposite side of your blade, so underneath the blades, you will see there's one blade which is your master blade. It's the chief blade. It's the guy who rules it all. There's a little symbol there, and this is what you want. You want to have that at exactly 12 o'clock, okay? And your butterfly will go on just 5 to 12, kind of like this. This will give it less wiggle room than if I put it on the other side where it has a lot of wiggle room. So just make sure that you lock in your butterfly really well. Now let's pop it in and let's whip some cream. Pour in all of your cream and make sure that you use anything above 300 mils, so nothing less than that. It won't whip up really well. And I've actually got an entire pint in there, so 600-ish milliliters. That's really good, because that means you're going to really get some good cream going. I'm going to turn on speed 4, and what's really important is that you listen to it. This can take anywhere from 20 seconds to all up to 1 minute or even beyond that, okay? It's all dependent on the type of cream you can get wherever you are based. Different countries produce different types of creams and pasteurize it in different ways. So turn on your ears and listen to this sound, okay? It should start feeling a little bit more, you can start hearing a lot of liquid at the beginning, and then less liquid and less liquid and less liquid. Eventually you will stop hearing liquid. That's when you press the stop button very quickly. So watch me do it. And that's it. So that was exactly 20 seconds. I'm going to check it now. This is what it should look like. And don't be tempted to go too long, because even if you think it's not quite there, it is there. See? It's whipped. If you go beyond that, well, that's not a problem either. We can just make butter, and find the link in the description below, or hit the little button wherever it comes up to find out how to make the perfect butter in your Thermomix. So no need to waste it all. You will get the perfect butter. But this is how you whip cream, and always make sure you stand right next to it. You listen in for it. You heard it kind of got a little bit more sort of creamy as it kept going, and then that's when you stop and you look inside it. When it starts to get a bit creamy, look inside, turn up the lid, and don't do that before, because otherwise you have cream splatters everywhere, and you don't want that. So this is how it is whipped perfectly, and those tips should hopefully help you to whip up the perfect cream at home. And now you can use it for anything you like, or just spoon it.